This is a Ghetto Geek establishment. Ghetto Geeks, stand up.
Yes, what you say, there's Ghetto Geek here, GhettogeekTV. We're live right now. Oh my lord, in Kensal Green. Jeez. Yeah. Mason's Arms, stand up. Ghetto Geek, stand up. For the one and only true legend there, you see me? The one. Shira! No, we're gonna go.
Wow.
LionHeart! How you doing, my brother?
I'm very good, I'm very good. I'm upset that you didn't make me get a jacket because it's cold right now. But cool, I forgive you, innit?
If it's that friend of yours we all have, how many times have they told you, you're not enough? Look, I've heard that before. How many times has that worked for you before? A positive thought gets your foot in the door, so positive thinking is the force that kicks it in, but it's not what you think. It's who you listen to.
Try to sort things out. We've got a new location and that, and we were so blessed that you come. Even looking for you to come and bless our mic.
I've been hibernating, man. I've been hibernating.
No, and that's actually one of the things that we wanted to kind of like hopefully have a chance to explore and talk a little bit, because you get into your performance in a different level. You connect with your words. You know what I mean? And that really, I look at it and I'm like, yeah. And that's what you did tonight. You shut down again, you know what I mean, Northwest London. How did you feel that night went? And tell me a little bit then about how you approached it.
My preparation before performing, by the way, like the audience was like amazing, like they were phenomenal, man. I always am that antisocial poet at the back who's rehearsing, and it's only because I don't take like me sharing my heart as a joke. Like if I'm gonna show you this, I'm gonna present myself to you, it's gonna be in like the best way possible, and I want it to be perfect. So I'm here psyching myself up because it's nerve-wracking as hell. Like as much as I can be like a confident person on stage, there's so much anxiety that no one sees, and that's me like defeating it before I get on stage. Right. Because otherwise the stage and the audience will defeat me. You feel me? So you say it's method acting, like I relive everything that I perform. Like it's not remember how to say this word. It's like I need to be in the emotional state that I was when I wrote it, or as close to it as possible. And that's what the preparation is for, man. It's important to like, I want to leave myself with you when you see me perform. And I feel like if I just do like the poems that I think, oh, they're gonna clap, like there's no point in me doing that. I want you to leave feeling like I know LionHeart.
Talking about social anxiety in a selective mood was something that really resonated with me, and I was thinking, deep. There was a real interesting sort of self-expression that you got through poetry, but your own personal sort of life, you may have had a lot more challenges in expressing.
I had this conversation with my mum the other day, and I was like, I feel like I've lived so many lives in one life. Like I feel like from the point of like birth to like 12, I was a one person, like this wild character just running around doing anything crazy in carnival. From 12 to 16, I was in like a very timid, vulnerable stage, and just like, you know, with like that metamorphosis. So like I was in that kind of period. There was like times when I was bullied and all these kind of things. And like as a kid, if you're not speaking to someone about this, you will interpret it as best suits you. So if that's like blocking out a memory or just like becoming really, really silent in certain situations, that's how you learn how to deal with it and mitigate through that process. Certain elements and experiences you allowed to almost dictate how you think. It was only when I started doing poetry I dictated how the emotions and the experience was for me. I didn't allow the negative side to come and make me who I was. I wanted to be who I was. So that's what I mean. Like I've changed who I've become.
And there's so many things.
Deep. We're going deep. We're going deep.
That's what I want.
I wish I had a jacket right now.
I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna get a jacket. It's not coming, is it? Right. I'm just thinking to myself then. So when did you start writing within that timeline? Because I'm trying to see if this is something that you've used almost as a therapeutic practice to get through it, or something that you've now looked at and reflected back and looked at your journey and now it's helping.
Writing is therapy. I think for everyone, writing is therapy.
When did you start in that timeline where, you know, the 12 to 16 is an interesting period?
The first poem I wrote that I can remember writing, I was probably like 11. And no, tell a lie, I was in year one. I was in year one. I'm talking like maybe even year 2, and I remember writing about a tiger. Weird enough, like I'm a lion now, but yeah, it was like a tiger. Secret fun fact right now, this hasn't been on any interview before, so it's exclusive. I've written like 3 books like, I don't have kids, but like, I've written 3 books at 18, 19, and 21.
Yeah.
And for the day when I do have kids, I want them to experience just how their father thought at that age.
Wow.
So they can either relate to me or not relate to me, but they will understand what has led me to being this person now. And it's not something I want to put online, so like, it's for my kids to see, this is dad. So I mean, when that day happened. So yeah, man, like, it was 18 when I started writing and trying to really like translate my experiences.
And the last little thing I wanted just to ask, something I wanted to ask, but the one thing we want to ask is, he's talked about something about role models.
Yeah.
And how maybe you didn't have those experiences and you're just trying to be that beacon of what you would have hoped you could have been hearing when you were that age, you know what I mean? So what was that kind of journey that you went through as far as the lack of role models, or the role models that perhaps were giving you different types of experiences that you would have liked to have been different in your life?
When I was a kid, and I think everyone kind of had this feeling like, or their parents or like whoever was looking after them at the time said, your friends determine everything, right? Like, we're a product of our environment, our friends are part of that environment. And not even to like throw any shade on like my friends, but like, if they think a certain way and you're like, let's say susceptible to like peer pressure, you will become malleable under them. And that's what kind of happened to me. And it was only like, it sounds so cliche, I think most poets say this, but like, I was looking at like rappers, like the ones that I felt, wow, you're successful, you came from this kind of environment, cool, maybe I can do this. Yeah, man, seriously. And I was like, all the P. Diddy's, Jay-Z's, and like, I looked at the positive side to what I saw in that, extracted it and said, cool, I'm gonna embody elements of that. And it's only now, man, and I'm like, I have mentors, and I wish I had mentors growing up, because the leaps that I've changed in like 3 years, like just knowing like this guy called Jacob Sam Rose, legend, yeah, like my craft, like just like having conversations, just having conversations with the guy, like obliterated so many like resistances to being a better poet. And when you're by yourself and you're in your room and you don't have anyone to kind of give you, like, I'm so seclusive, like I write by myself, no one is in that process. To open up that process to something else and someone else's way of seeing things enlightened me crazy. And I feel like if I had this when I was like 18, I would have been completely like just next level person. So yeah, man, find yourself a mentor, find yourself role models, like whoever they are, just allow them to empower you, man, because it's do or die, like it really is.
Thank you so much for you being able to come and bless us. Honestly, we're looking forward to getting all your work out there to show the world, because you've been popping off for a hot minute. I've been having to do my backstory research, because I've been doing my thing in schools, then I come out 2 years later, in the last 2 years, and I'm like, hold on a minute, there's some serious players in this game, do you know what I mean? So I've been doing my research and really studying your work and your dedication to the craft. Do you know what I mean? It's great performing the outcome, but I've been studying your hard diligence behind the scenes.
It's been difficult.
You're a serious guy, you know what I mean? And so I think that's commendable in itself, just the amount of work you put in to get this outcome. Do you know what I mean? Some people think, oh yeah, great performance, oh, look what you've just done. Nah, I see the hard work you put in, and I'm just really grateful to actually see that, because I see you as a role model in that way, to say right, this is what my brother's doing to move forward. If I want to achieve something, then that's what I've got to do as well. So I stand by that.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, man.
Seriously.
So it's cold though. But yeah, thank you, LionHeart. Yeah, this is Ghetto Geek TV. Ghetto Geeks, stand up.